What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about our top 10 point guards right now in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM post-patch, right? Like, the thing for me is, has a lot really changed? Honestly, no, there hasn't been a whole lot that has really changed over the course of the last little while on this game. You know, since the last top 10 point guard list I've made, the only thing that's really changed is the patch, right? We have gotten, I think, one really new card at the point guard position that makes a difference. But other than that, I mean, there's not really a whole lot that has changed. And so, again, hopefully this video can help you guys out. It's crazy. My number 10 on this list, and I'm going to hop into it soon, was my number 1 on this list a month ago. It's crazy what one patch has really done to this game. And again, I'm not hating, I'm just saying it's a completely different game. Because at my number 10, we've got Jason Kidd, who a month ago I literally thought was your best point guard in the game. Obviously, again, things have changed, and Jason Kidd is no longer that to me. He's still solid 6'4", good 3-ball, good speed, release on quick. The problem that I have with Jason Kidd is the two most important things right now are, what is a player's ability like getting on the rim, right? Like, can they dunk the ball really well? Jason Kidd can't standing dunk, and he's got a 75 driving dunk. Okay, that's tough. Combine that with the fact that he is only 6'4", he's still good, but he's no longer game-breaking good. He's no longer what he once was. And the reason Jason Kidd was so good early on was because of that, fade on quick, right? He had the normal fade on quick, which was outstanding. So he went from being number 1 last top 10 list to now being number 10. And it pains me because I love Jason Kidd. At my number 9, we are plugging in Josh Giddey, who honestly has gotten, better with the patch, because Josh Giddey was never a guy that was a primary 3-hunter. If you ran Josh Giddey, your primary goal wasn't to 3-hunt with him. The 83 3-ball is fine. He is going to knock down open shots for the most part. Badge-wise isn't great, only 16 base badges. You're going to have to fully badge him up defensively. But here's the thing with Josh Giddey, he can do it all. He's 6'8", so defensively he's really solid. He has an 85 driving dunk. He can standing dunk because he is 6'8". And again, the 3-ball is just fine. No, it's not anything crazy, but again, that's not what runs the game right now. You need to be able to get stops. Do I think Josh Giddey should be better than Jason Kidd? No. Is he better than Jason Kidd right now in this game? I believe so. Again, with the meta of the game changing as much as it has, and fades not being nearly as good as they once were, it's really tough for me to sit up here and tell you guys Jason Kidd is better than Josh Giddey. As much as I would like to do that, like, I would love to tell you that Jason Kidd is better than Josh Giddey, because I'm still running Jason Kidd as it stands right now. It's just, again, I've played a ton of King of the Court this weekend, and I was so terrible with Jason Kidd, because it's like, what are you supposed to do with him? About the only thing you can do is shoot floaters. At my number 8, a guy that I was way higher on in the previous video is Diamond Marcus Smart. And I think a lot of really what's emphasized here is height. Only 6'4", and again, when you're talking about, ranking the top point guards, comparing him to even a Josh Giddey, he's just undersized. Defensively going to be incredible, going to beat people up, obviously badge-wise solid. The 90 driving dunk is the main difference between a guy like Marcus Smart and Jason Kidd. Like, again, I like both cards. I think both cards are good, but when you're looking at things and Marcus Smart is that much, has that much of a higher driving dunk than Jason Kidd, it's impossible for me to tell you guys, oh yeah, Jason Kidd's better than Marcus Smart, because I don't even, again, I'm not hating, but I just don't think that's true. And again, I like Marcus Smart and Jason Kidd both, but with the new meta in my team being dunking the ball, Marcus Smart's going to be better than Jason Kidd. He's better defensively. Offensively, the cards are similar. It's just Marcus Smart is going to get on the rim at slightly more. At my number 7, we are plugging in the Diamond Ron Harper card. Now, Ron Harper's an interesting card. When the game first came out, I ran him, right? When I didn't have Jason Kidd, I didn't have Michael Carter-Williams, Ron Harper was really one of my first big additions to the squad, and I really liked Ron Harper for his time. 6'6", gets you consistent stops, has a good solid catch and shoot release. That's something that I feel like that doesn't get talked about a lot. Ron Harper's catch and shoot release is solid. Normal leaner is fine, but obviously with the 81 3-ball, it's not, something crazy. The 80 driving dunk isn't ideal, but again, at the end of the day, it's higher than Jason Kidd's, and that's who I'm going to be comparing him a lot to, because at the end of the day, Jason Kidd is going to have to do something better than Ron Harper if you want me to be higher on him. And at the end of the day, he doesn't dunk the ball better. He doesn't play as good a defense. Yes, the 85 speed of Ron Harper I wish was higher, but I think side by side, Harper is the better option. Gonna have to definitely badge the card up, right? Make him fully badged, but once you do that, I think it's really hard to hate on what Ron Harper is going to give you on the court. Genuinely, I think the card gives you so much on the floor. So for me, Ron Harper is in here at number 7. I think you could have this card, honestly, all the way up to like number 3. I think Ron Harper has that type of upside. To me, I think 7 is the right spot. At my number 6, we are plugging in the Diamond Tyreke Evans, another card that has kind of gotten a lot more valuable as times went on, and let's talk about why. Let's start with the fact that he is 6'6", start with the fact that he has more total badges than Ron Harper. If you're wondering why is Tyreke Evans higher than Ron Harper, it's really that simple, right? He's, he's the same height, but he has more total badges. The speed is better. The driving dunk is better. To me, he's just going to be a slightly all-around more complete card. Now, is he going to be defensively as good as a guy like Ron Harper? Maybe not, and that's something obviously we can talk about here. But again, 24 total base badges. You can get it up to what, 29, pretty solid. Max speed, good driving dunk, 3-ball is there. The normal leaner, it's not necessarily obviously ideal. The release of Tyreke Evans, I feel like, I don't want to say it's bad. I do think it is somewhat troll. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. I just feel like, it is sometimes can be pretty troll for me. So I don't hate Tyreke Evans. I think the card is overall fine. And I think number 6, in here at number 6 might even be too low. At my number 5 is Stephon Castle. If you got lucky enough to get Stephon Castle, you guys are blessed. Here's the deal with Castle. Why am I so high on him? Well, he is 6'7". He's literally got hot spots from everywhere. Defensively, he's going to be an absolute beast. There's no flaws that you can say about Stephon Castle. He has a 90 driving dunk, defensively incredibly good, 85 3-ball, hot spots from everywhere. What are the downsides? The only downside you could say previously was his leaner wasn't great. Well, now that really doesn't matter. Castle is one of your more complete point guards on the game. Fully badged. You can get him with those 30 base badges. Incredible. Again, 6'7" frame. I feel bad not having Castle higher. Like, maybe I should switch things around and have this card higher, because again, when I'm looking at things, there's just not any downsides. Again, height runs the game. A guy like Stephon Castle with his driving dunk is going to be so good, so tough to defend against, and honestly, Castle is going to be great defensively. So again, he's in here at number 5, but I definitely think you could be a lot higher on Stephon Castle than I personally am. At my number 4, we are plugging in the Diamond MC Dub, Michael Carter-Williams. Am I biased because I have him? Maybe, but I feel like he is so much better at this stage than Jason Kidd. And that's the main comparison, because those are my 2 point guards right now. I mean, MC Dub is 6'6". He can dunk the ball. He plays good defense, solid enough defense. Badge-wise, really solid. Fully badged, you're looking at what? 28 base badges. Is he better than Castle? I think they're 2 different cards, right? MC Dub shooting the ball might be slightly better, but Castle might be the better overall card. I don't know. I like both. I'm biased for MC Dub because that's the point guard I'm currently running. He's in here at my number 4. At my number 3, another point guard, another hidden gem. It is the Diamond Dyson Daniels. Now, why do I like Dyson more than Castle? Why do I like him more than Michael Carter-Williams? It's really the defense. I mean, if you look at his defensive badges, you're going to find like, wow, this card can really do it. The block rating is slightly low, but everything else for Dyson Daniels defensively is basically maxed. You guys can say, oh, Ty, the speed at an 87 is a little slow. I get it. I agree. I wish that was slightly higher, but overall, it's tough to hate on this card at all. Wish the driving dunk was slightly better, but his catch and shoot release is incredible. It's on quick. I mean, the normal leaner's on quick, so if you can get to the mid-range area, should be able to consistently green with him. Really solid hot spots as well. There's just not many downsides to Dyson Daniels. Again, you could have any of these guys 3 through 5 organized in whatever way. Honestly, 3 through 6 probably in whatever way you want. I just think right now Dyson gives you probably the most defense, and in a game right now, that's kind of the meta. You need a really good defensive squad, and that's why I'm slightly higher on Dyson than MC Dub and Stephon Castle. Again, you guys can have your own opinions on these cards. Just because I say I'm higher on a card than other people doesn't mean I'm for sure right, or that's the way to do things. It's just my personal opinion. At my number 2, I am plugging in Devin Booker. Now, here's the thing about Devin Booker that everybody needs to realize. Devin Booker is not bad defensively. Now, I get it, right? Defensive badges right now don't look great, but if you put them all on gold, if you do give him, the immovable, the paint patroller of the world, he can be just fine, right? Like 93 speed is solid, 88 agility is fine, defensive stats are fine. The thing for me is D-Book offensively is not going to be that crazy. So you got to know what you're getting yourself into for Devin Booker, right? Offensively is still pretty solid because catch, shoot, release, obviously solid. If you can find a way to get open with Devin Booker, you're going to be in good shape. But I just don't want you guys to sit here and think he's game-breaking good. The leaner of Devin Booker is good, but again, you can't consistently knock down leaners right now in the game. So that's kind of out of the, I don't want to say out of the picture, because I shouldn't say that, but it's not as good as it once was. You look furthermore with D-Book, again, defensively, he's just fine. Honestly, would I rather run him or Dyson Daniels? I don't know. I just genuinely think that's a tough decision that, you know, some people would have to make. I don't know. I think most people would tell me Devin Booker is better, so he's going to be higher, but I'm just not sold on Mr. Devin Booker. And at my number one, I didn't include him in my last video, but I feel like I have to right now, is Pink Diamond Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Look, if you are looking for the best point guard in the game, it is Shai. Is he worth getting? No, but the difference between Shai and the next best point guard, I think, is massive, right? Like, I genuinely do. Why? Defensively, he's off the charts good. He has an 85 driving dunk, that's fine. The midi is incredible. The speed with ball is incredible. There's just no flaws in SGA. Total badges, he gets way more total badges than anybody else as well. No, I don't think he's worth going and getting. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all and say he's worth all of that, but I do think if you got him, you got the best point guard in the game. So again, it's tough for me because I don't want people thinking, okay, now I gotta go lock in for Shai. No, I'm not saying that, but I am saying I think he is, you know, your best point guard in the game. Because look, the game is ran by what? Defense and dunking the ball. That's not what you think of Shai. But look at the defensive stats: 93 speed, 91 agility. Perimeter obviously is solid. The steal is solid. Dunking the ball, 85 driving dunk with great finishing badges. Like, again, there's just not many flaws in SGA. And so that's something I do want to hit on here is, again, I don't know if Shai is worth it. I'm not saying he's worth it, you know, locking in for, but when you are talking about the best point guard in the game, you gotta mention SGA as being that. So some other honorable mentions, some other guys that I like Dinwiddie, Clarkson are guys I like, even like a Rex Chapman or Richie Guerin, two other cards that I really don't mind whatsoever. So if you're running them, don't think, oh, I gotta go change anything around. You don't have to. That's just kind of my opinion. But that's gonna wrap it up for our video today. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.